We're recording.
Hello.
Hey! So we are on a drive over to Disney's Disney Springs
Hollywood Studios.
and then Hollywood Studios. Trying to get our last Disney visits in before the blackout dates hit.
Because we're poor and we only get the pirate pass. I didn't mean we're poor. I'm so sorry.
We're poor.
Right, but we're still going to Disney. We're dink poor.
That.
Just kidding.
That's why you should like and subscribe so that maybe YouTube gives us money. So we are headed to Vermont, theoretically,
I got excited.
to Follow Yonder Star. Let's watch that trailer. All right, Leslie, how'd you feel about following Yonder Star?
I think you should see it.
Yeah?
It was cute. Not top 10, could be 12. Like, for me, I thought it was delightful.
I was enjoying it in general, and then it got crazy Christian on me.
Oh, so that was my only thing, is that it did...
If there was a Christian-o-meter for these movies, this would be a 10.
I did gag in a few scenes, but I'm like, I'll look through this.
Yeah.
And, it disturbed me a bit. And I'm like, I look at people differently.
So this movie follows Abby, who is...
beautiful hair, by the way.
I enjoyed this actress.
Yes, I did too.
She laid it on thick, but it's Hallmark.
She did it in the right way.
She has very great cry face.
Yes.
And we get 3 of those in this film.
Yeah, she knows how to water those eyes.
Yeah.
Hopefully she wasn't using that cry stick.
So Abby is an actress who is known for playing a character named Gabrielle on some type of Hallmark-esque series for like 14 years.
Appears to be Christian-y.
Yeah, I feel like it's a Dr. Quinn medicine woman scenario.
Oh, I was thinking, not Seventh Heaven. What was the...
Angel something?
Yeah, Angel. Touched by an Angel. I was thinking more of Touched by an Angel
situation. Yeah. And so the show gets canceled, and in the beginning she's at a store buying an ornament. I guess it was not a Hallmark store.
Not a Hallmark store.
Trying to buy an engraved ornament for her ex-husband, because she has this ritual tradition where they go to the ex-husband's aunt's house and they exchange an ornament.
Apparently his family loves her, and they enjoy each other's company. But they got a divorce because he didn't want kids and she wanted kids. And
so she is annoyed at this place that everyone keeps thinking she is Gabrielle, the character she plays.
No, it's not necessarily the place. It's in general people saying she's Gabrielle. Yeah.
Yes.
But this place really emphasized it for her.
Yeah, and the guy who works there is like, oh my God, my mom loves you, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, can you help me with this issue? And she's like, my name's Abby. I am an actress. Gabrielle is not real. And he's like, sure, Gabrielle, whatever. So she's like, look, I just want to get this ornament engraved. Can I do this? Blah, 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 blah. Signed A. And he's like, you mean G? And she's like, no, A. And then she's like, and he's putting on the tablet, and she's like, oh, one moment, I'm getting a phone call. She gets a phone call.
No payment has been made.
All right, no payment has been made. This is important. She gets a phone call, and it is the ex saying, hey, just wanted to let you know, at this Christmas party this year, I'm going to be bringing my new fiance, and we're having a baby.
A baby.
And so she has a flip out, and...
no, it wasn't even a flip out.
Well, her eyes start watering on the phone call.
Yes, but she did a great adult thing that a healthy person should do that cares about themselves, even though the ex, who is also clearly still in love with her on the phone, it's like, no, I still want you to come. And she's like, no, that's not right. We need to not do that. And then same thing with I'll send your ornament by mail. And she's like, no, that also needs to stop. Like, we're officially no longer communicating, which is the healthiest thing you can do for yourself. And so kudos to the writer on that. Good job. Teach their own, but it is interesting to really stay in that much touch with an ex-husband on that level. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to move. Everyone deals with it differently, but gotta grow.
Anyway, so then she, after the phone call, she tells the attendant at the store, sorry, I'm going to need to cancel that order. And he's like, oh, but once you put in an engraving order, it has to be paid in full. And she's like, but it hasn't been engraved yet, and I also haven't given you money yet.
She never brought up the money part.
No, I know.
It's us.
But she's like, but you haven't even engraved it yet. He's like, it's in the computer, so it counts.
It's in the computer.
And so she starts getting frustrated that this guy won't work with her to cancel the order.
And
Leslie and I are like, why doesn't she just leave the store?
And she's also, he's continuing to say, Gabby, you can't do this. Or Gabrielle, you can't do this.
He's like, what, Gabrielle? You think you're better than us? That you've got all this money? Or whatever.
Taking advantage of a local shop owner.
Yeah.
And she's like, that is it.
So she raises her voice, and everybody in the store films her, and she's like, oh my God, my career is ruined.
I don't think she realized that yet until she gets home and her agent calls her.
Anyway, so
the agent's there in the driveway.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So her solution is to rent a cabin in Vermont for the holidays to just get away from it all.
Which a cabin is a 5-star resort with a spa.
Yeah, and so she goes to this place, and turns out they're all booked out. She accidentally scheduled it for the following year. So they send her to this...
Which is, at the same time, I mean, she has money. I would have been upset. But, like...
She took it very nicely.
Very nicely.
She's like, oh, I reserved this for next year?
But, like, she was also caught up in everything because they had also just announced her ex-husband's marriage or proposal, fiance thing. And so she was just, like, in a tizzy of what was going on. So, of course, you accidentally book the wrong year.
Yeah.
So... But, she took it very nicely and understandable. She's like, yeah, that was my mistake. Any suggestions of what? And then that's when the front desk attendant mentioned the inn down the road.
The McGuire Inn.
The McGuire Inn.
So it is at the McGuire Inn that she meets Nick, who is, I wrote mature. He said something incredibly mature.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Was it when his sister-in-law was being rude?
No, we had not met the sister-in-law at this moment yet. What it was is that Abby was sitting and having dinner. Oh, my hair's falling down.
Oh, the old lady.
Yes, and the old lady that was very annoying. She did a great job being annoying.
Yeah, she plays like the most annoying
Karen.
resident at this inn.
Yeah, at this inn. And so she busted in like, haven't you seen that Abby Fatone, or whatever her name is, did all these mean things and let me show you the video. And he's like, I don't need to see that. And she's like, she had a big meltdown. That's a very common thing, us having meltdowns, right? It's human. We're all human. Like, he said it in such a nice, lovely, understanding, mature way. Like, I'm like, that's good. And also the delivery of it all was great.
He did a great job of redirecting this elderly woman's energy.
Yeah. Like, we all have this. You're having it now. Yeah, so.
I like that he is also a part-time science teacher. So he explains, so one of the reasons why the town is super busy is because everyone's in town for stargazing, for this specific astrological phenomenon that's going to happen, which is a superstar, or whatever they call it, where, like, 2 planets align. Was it Jupiter and Mars?
I almost said Venus. So I'm
two
sure.
2 planets align, becoming super bright in the sky, and they talk about how that was the Star of Bethlehem, and the fact that it happened on Christmas means, like, Jesus is... They didn't use the word Jesus, which I think was interesting, that they talked about praying, and we also see scenes of them praying.
And they mentioned God.
Well, I guess they do mention Jesus during the whole play. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah.
So then there's also like a bunch of kids doing a play. And so as soon as this guy's introduced running the inn, I'm like, okay, we're going to find out he's got a dead wife and a daughter under 10. And perfectly called it.
Well, you didn't say dead wife. You said single dad with the daughter.
Oh, okay.
So,
single dad with a daughter under 10.
I'm sure you were thinking dead wife and it just didn't fully come out.
That usually implies dead wife.
Well, it could have been a ref divorce and she's off living abroad. I don't know.
Like, the men leave in Hallmark movies, the women don't. Because mom is the ultimate goal a woman can have.
Oh my gosh, I'm like running through my...
In Hallmark movies, women are only fulfilled by being mothers. So that's why the men can leave and become deadbeat ex-husbands, but the women can't.
Yeah, so we had a lovely montage of her, I don't want to call it a montage, but her showing that she's a motherly figure.
Yeah. So she meets this little girl, Nick's daughter. Nick's daughter falls in love with her, but again, she also loved the show and the character, and she would watch it with her mother. So she feels like, here's someone that my mother could approve of. I didn't really care for the actor who plays Nick. He had some good moments.
I liked him,
but overall, he was, I don't know. He didn't feel like a normal human to me.
He wasn't exacerbated in regards. He had good facial expressions. He, I think, did on cue the good, like, quality Hallmark acting.
Yeah.
So I thought he was good. I liked him. I wouldn't mind seeing him in something else. Is he the best of the ones I don't want to say the best. The ones I enjoy to watch more? No, but he's up there.
And it was like, towards the end of the movie, as we were like getting the 3/4 mark, I'm like, oh, we haven't had our misunderstanding yet.
Correct.
So we tried to predict what the misunderstanding would be.
Yeah, we were trying to predict, and I thought it was a good job with what they did.
For me. Yeah,
it did.
I thought it'd be like, oh, you're gonna sell the inn kind of a situation, but no, it was a bunch of paparazzi shows up who had been secretly called by
her
Abby's agent, but the paparazzi says to Nick, oh no, the actors always call us and pretend that they didn't expect
Abby
us to
had
see them
already had a conversation with her agent stating, hey, this isn't meant for me anymore. Like, I'm going to pass. Like, I found something
the role that they were talking about.
Yeah, the role that they were talking about. That was a little different, but still similar to Abby's role of playing Gabrielle, or her name is anyway. So she's like, yeah, this role's not meant for me. I'm going to find a different path. But yet hadn't been able to tell Nick about it. And so that's where the miscommunication happened to where the agent is ordering all the paparazzi to come, and the paparazzi, who I guess the agent like lied saying that he's Abby.
Yeah.
To get the paparazzi to say like, hey, where I'm going to be.
I don't see why the agent would have done that. I feel like the paparazzi just was working under assumptions and just said it to Nick. But then it also brings up some other things. Even if that was the case, why would Nick be so mad that there's now press covering his daughter's school play?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, Hallmark movies, whenever there's the misunderstanding, someone has to overreact.
We hit it hard. That's why we love it.
Yeah, overreacting.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that all gets resolved within a couple minutes.
Yeah, snip, snap, right in the bud, done.
So I was enjoying Follow Yonder Star in the beginning when it was like a famous actress trying to escape negative publicity. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
But then it got way too Christian for me, and I was tuned out.
Yeah, and it was fun though with the other character who who was also like smitten by Nick, but she was sabotaging
the
Abby.
Jealous one.
Yeah, by like spreading rumors that she had overreacted at the bakery coffee shop to which Nick's sister-in-law owned, or widowed.
Yeah, and so when Abby confronts this other woman, the music swells as if she's giving like this really impassioned speech about how you shouldn't be a bully and you should rise above. It was not the best writing. I was like, I'm not really convinced. The music is doing a lot of heavy lifting here and it's falling short.
Right, yeah. So, well, everyone had cute clothes, cute aprons.
Yes, hair was nice.
Clothes
were beautiful.
Nice.
There was a sweater that she wears at one point that I was looking up online.
Oh, yes, the good sweater wear.
I should go back to my search history, see if I can find it for a decent price.
But also, the decor, the set, Balsam Hill, gorgeous. Everything was beautifully decorated. Props were a little interesting when it came to like when he would clumsily run into stuff. It was like, wow, that looked like styrofoam. Must have been really light. But we got good weighted cups in some scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also some, like, they go on this horse carriage sleigh ride to this, like, beautiful little area in the forest where
gorgeous.
There's a fire pit. And I'm like, that's totally a soundstage that they're pretending is outside in the woods.
But all the trees that were beautifully decorated Bibles.
And Leslie's like, do they just have this randomly spotted around Vermont?
Okay, so that's, I don't want to be, like, randomly, but it has to be beautiful during this time of year. A nice blanket of snow. But like, is that something that people do? Is they create Beach pretty lounge, rustic areas from their tree farms and make nice hot cocoa areas for people to sit at and have a hot cocoa bar.
I mean, I wouldn't be
amongst
surprised
the fire and some s'mores.
I wouldn't be surprised if in Vermont, town squares are always a couple blocks away from the woods.
I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm just saying. I was curious. If you're from Vermont or the New England area, does that exist? We got some tree farms. They have some nice, beautifully decorated areas.
So, like from the beginning, I was assuming with a title like "Follow Yonder Star," this was going to be a Christian movie.
Yeah, we had our concerns.
But it's a weird title, and it feels more and more like Hallmark titles are not assigned by anyone involved in the actual production.
Yes, we think that like they just come up with a bank of titles, and to make sure that none of them are repeated, at least for maybe 10 years or something like that. Not that any of these are. I don't know if you can like register trademark titles or anything like that. But anyway, and then they're just pulling.
I like the idea that someone in the Hallmark offices is blindfolded and they're playing pin the title on the script.
Yeah. Maybe they're just like, how many times does it say God? Let's use our godly ones. How many times does
like it's an algorithm.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're just searching.
Yeah, it's like ChatGPT on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well, I was trying to make sure that real people were involved. I was trying not to say ChatGPT.
Well, no, I'm saying...
Or any AI based.
No, what I'm saying is they still write the script, but then they feed it into ChatGPT and ask it to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 on Christianity-ness.
Okay. No, I understand, but I'm still stating a real person is hopefully doing that.
Yes, okay.
So,
all right.
I'm just eliminating those, the AI. Love AI, but I'm just eliminating out of that.
Well, title like Follow Yonder Star feels to me like
I'm trying to have the belief in the humankind. And that
it feels to me like a secret
people.
dog whistle to Christians. Like, hey, here's one for you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was Follow Yonder Star.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah. The next one that's coming up on the countdown to Christmas is a dog-related movie, a puppy movie. And that's going to be starring the soon-to-be-announced winner of Finding Mr. Christmas.
Oh, that's right. So did you do your writing, directing, acting?
4 is for everything. Writing
4 is for
acting 4, directing 4.
Yeah.
Chemistry-o-meter 4.
Yeah. I still liked this was a little bit of a different theme. You know, the bad celebrity. You know, I don't know all the Hallmarks, but this did appear to be a little different to me.
I feel like with that as a theme, there should have been more comedy in the movie, but I don't know. Because it felt to me like a Forgetting Sarah Marshall, like a Notting Hill.
But see, I felt like it was good writing because I didn't yearn for that comedy. Like it still ran with everything of the romance and the cute things that they did of a story. Like the storyline kept me going. It didn't need to be filled with comedy. Also, they did a wreath making class or like a wreath making thing in a market. I loved it. It was cute. Oh, and the hot cocoa. Oh no, the cider was steaming. It was hot real. Cider. So good job, props people.
Maybe we can get some hot cider somewhere in Disney Springs.
Oh yeah.
Probably not, but
Probably
that does
not.
sound good.
It's 82 degrees.
It's 82. We are going to be sweating in our long sleeves.
In our long sleeve. But come Friday for the light boat parade in St. Pete, it'll be a high of 59, low of 43. So we are excited.
Yeah.
This is why we're always sick in Florida. We're not always sick. Take your zinc.
All right, well, thanks, everyone. We will see you in a bit for some more movie reviews.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.